Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening! Welcome! Welcome back to Sea of Thieves! Hi, Japple. Let's go get you a snake. Shall we get you a snake? I am going to go and sail and fight a Kraken because I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get to kill the last one. I mean, I won, technically, but I didn't kill it. Because there's a commendation that you get for killing a Kraken, and I didn't get the commendation, which means I didn't kill the Kraken. So we're gonna go do that. I was playing last night just by myself again, because like I'm addicted to this dang thing, and just randomly, yeah, that guy, that's the one. Hi, that one popped up, the hungering one. Yeah, got to fight that. That was fun. That was a fun one. That one takes big bites out of your ship. Snapple will back. Will I keep as a voyage partner? Oof. Oh. I don't know about that. They're very lucrative, those Snapples. Alright, open barrel. Whoa! Wee! Yow! Wah! Someone's left that as like a gift for someone, I guess. I will take them. Thanks. Mysterious benefactor? That's cool. I guess someone was like logging out and was like, you know what? We're logging out of town. Let's just leave all our stuff for somebody. That's cool. Hooray for charity. How'd you get down here? Either that or RNG loves me today, I'm not sure which. Alley-oop. Cannonballs. Let's stack them all together so they're nice and easy to find when I eventually need to fight a beastie. So as far as fighting beasties go, I think the general plan for finding them is big open watery areas. Like, well away from the land, basically. Because they're pretty big and they need a lot of space to swim. So you gotta give them that space. They need their space, man. They need personal space to attack ships. So, we'll sail out into the depths. And summon a Kraken. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of actually originally how the Kraken was first summoned when they introduced it. You had to go to like a specific spot in the ocean and then do a thing and the Kraken would appear. And I went to where I think that spot was, and well, firstly, I think it was that spot that the Kraken attacked me on Sunday. And then everything was exactly the same spot again. Oh, hello, someone's... hang on. Someone's there. I think it was the same spot again that the hungering one popped up yesterday. But yeah, I should stock up with things. Because, firstly, bananas are less important, I guess, but, you know, when things are biting chunks out of your ship, like, just crunching down like it's nothing but a banana, then yeah, you need some planks to fix that up. Fortunately, everything seems to be mostly soloable, except for the bloody skelly galleons. Those keep popping up and those keep murdering me. Those are the bane of my existence. The trick with the skelly galleons, I found out through experience, is to run away and keep running away because they're faster than you and better at tracking you down than you could ever hope. Yeah, just run away and eventually, if they don't sink you, they will give up and sink back below the waves. You notice frame drops. Yeah, does seem to happen occasionally. Huh. Yeah, it's the game is not running badly, I don't think. It's OBS? I don't know. I need to have a look at, like, how performance is handled. I don't know. I really don't know how to approach that, but clearly OBS has issues sometimes keeping up with the computer. Like as though it's not getting enough resources to stream well. It seems to be okay a lot of the time, but it's doing it now. I mean, obviously it's done it with Worlds Adrift as well. I think it was okay on Sunday, right? When I was streaming this before. It's odd that it would be doing it now. But yeah, I can clearly see OBS is currently sat there saying, yes, I'm about putting 4 frames per second. This is what you wanted, right? No, OBS. It's not. But Worlds Adrift, we always chalked it up to, this is where I am in the world, and it's resource intensive. Let me head away from this island. If it's still bad, then I'm going to have to, like, have a look at something. I say that as though I have any idea what I would actually have to have a look at. Last time it was fine. What is open that could possibly be affecting this? I don't actually have much in the way of stuff open on my computer at the minute. It's weird, it's like when OBS is like the window in focus, it's like smooth as butter, no problem, everything's great. The moment it loses window focus, it's suddenly like, nope, I can't do anything anymore. So the moment I click back onto the game window, it stops. Super weird. I don't know what to do about this. I can clearly see there's a lot of stuff running in the background on my computer, but most of it's like fairly inoffensive. The Chrome is obviously a nasty resource hog. There's a bunch of stuff that I've told my computer not to run, like Skype, that still, it says this, it's suspended, but also says it's using a bunch of memory, so how that even works, I don't know. Computers, how do they work? Windows 10, how does it work? Who knows? It is that issue with my GPU again. It's saying Sea of Thieves is like using all the GPU. I don't know how I could prioritize something else to use a different GPU instead. No, not different, but different amounts of GPU. Can I tell Sea of Thieves to like rein it in, or for my computer to allow OBS to actually have some have some graphics? I could turn the shadows down. So I don't want cursed shadows. I have rare shadows. Is that better? Not significantly, is it? Let me try this. Let me try not crashing into this island that I'm about to come up to. Are we running a bit better here? Hey, this is looking better. No, it's not. Ugh, take that back. You know, entertainingly, part of me is wondering if it's like just time for me to like clean out my PC. I was like, I didn't build it that long ago, but I also probably did. And if a computer stops working, like, actually a lot of times, maybe dust bunnies are the problem. Could be a thing. But that's not something I can do here and now. Hey, panda. You have arrived just in time for me to deliberate whether I can actually stream tonight or whether my PC is just not going to let me. It's having a lot of issues at the moment. It's been fine up until recently, and in the last couple weeks there's been a lot of like, yep, no, frame rate's not liking it today. It purely seems to be down to like how the GPU is being used. But it's also tech support that I can't do while sailing the ocean either. I can't just be like, let me play the game and also fix my technical hardware problems. Where are we in the grand scheme of things? We are in the Devil's Roar. I think if we head sort of west, there's lots of ocean here that might summon a Kraken or something. Probably going to summon a Skelly as well. But west. West it is. Just need to sail. Just basically try and sail away from everything to find something cool to shoot. For commendations and for loot. Well, I was planning to stream for probably about 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours maybe. Close Chrome. I don't think Chrome's the culprit, actually. Yeah, I know it usually is. But in this particular instance, I don't think it is. Chrome uses a lot of resources, sure. I'll grant you that. I will certainly try closing Chrome, sure. See how this goes. But as I say, the problem is the GPU. And Chrome isn't using my GPU, it's using, well, memory, frankly, more than anything else, which is not an issue right now. It's, basically my graphics card is maxed out. Which, frankly, it shouldn't be. But if I open the task manager, it's like, yes, your graphics card is using 99.9% of its capacity. And yet it doesn't. The moment I tab out of the game, it changes nothing. But yeah, weird. Maybe if I, I'm not gonna like doing this, but I'm going to do something. Frame rate lock. Do I really want to bring it down to 30? Do I want to play like a console peasant? It seems better. Oh, I can't. Oh, I feel sick. I can't play it. No, I can't. Oh, that's so nasty. I can't. Anybody who says you can't tell the difference between 30 and 60 is wrong. You guys can't, because it's only outputting at 60 to you guys, but I can tell this difference. Okay, yeah, run games at 60, not 144 FPS makes a big difference, actually. That's actually, yeah, I've just cut the work that my graphics card has to do by half. It's rendering just half as much stuff. I think we solved the problem. At the cost of my experience, I hope you appreciate the sacrifice I'm making here. But yeah, I think it's alright. Keep me posted on whether everything looks horrible or not. You have to go out for ramen? Cool. Where am I even sailing? I am not sailing where I plan to sail. I want to go to the northwest. I've got a friend, to be fair, the same guy who normally plays Sea of Thieves with me. He will argue till the cows come home that you cannot tell visually the difference between high frame rates and less. And I can tell you for nothing, I can tell the difference now. I've been playing at 144 Hz for a while. And even just switching down to 60 now, it feels kinda choppy. Switching it down to 30 was just nauseating. I mean, it's a matter of what you're accustomed to. I suppose, but I mean, it's one of those things like, well, once you try the good frames, you can't go back to the bad frames. The human eye can't perceive the difference between 60 frames per second and 120. Yeah, try it. Absolutely try it. I wouldn't say, honestly, I wouldn't have, without having literally tried this here now in front of me, like looking at the screen, I probably would have agreed that the difference between 60 and 120 was relatively negligible. Between 30 and 60, if you can't tell the difference, you are kind of blind. Between 60 and 120, the difference is less dramatic. But it's there. It's there. I'm not liking it. I don't like it, Mr. Frodo. I don't like it. Same friend also will gladly advocate for massive, massive resolutions. I'm like, I would much rather have a high, smooth frame rate than a massive resolution any day. I'll take my 1080p and run it 144 times a second into my eyeballs. You can keep your big, triple-wide, curvy monitor. I don't care. $240 sounds glorious, but also terrifyingly expensive. I mean, when I upgraded my monitors, like a year and a half ago, I guess, somewhere thereabouts. I opted for one 60Hz monitor and one 144Hz monitor, and yeah, the difference in price between the two is quite shocking. 240, just, I don't want to go there. Plus, again, to run that sort of, like, FPS, you're gonna need even more graphics. Are we heading out into the briny blue? We kind of are. Good. I need to keep drifting off course a bit as well. You see the wiggly line I've taken every time I adjust my course. Probably shouldn't be heading this way. I seem to be heading directly towards the ship battle. Which is a good way to get myself sunk. Also, what the heck is this island I'm coming up to? I'm not supposed to be coming up to an island. There's no island on my map for a while yet. This one also seems pretty noteworthy. Right, let me consult. I know I think the original Kraken location was boop. I think that's where the Kraken was. I think that's where I've run into stuff twice before. So I do believe there are kind of predetermined locations to run into sea beasties. The idea being that while you're crossing a big expanse to liven things up, I guess. So I was like, oh, there's not much in the way of actual stuff here. You're just sailing for a while. Here, let's make it more interesting. Get eaten by a shark. You know? I guess that's the design concept there. Okay, let me get on a good heading here. Because I need to Google these prices now. 240 Hertz monitor. Hello, Amazon, sure, you'll be the cheapest, so this is a good frame of reference. 1080p, 240 Hertz, FreeSync, £349. Not as horrific as I'd imagined. Oh, and there goes Sea of Thieves. Let's have it back. It's so weird. It's like if you change the screen focus, like the game will stay there for like a few seconds, and then after a bit it'll disappear. And I don't know. It's a bit iffy about whether it actually holds the screen focus or not. Okay, so somewhere around here, somewhere through this big expanse that we're about to head into, I should, in theory, get eaten by a shark, or a grue, or a kraken. Possibly skellies. Ooh, there's a lot of burbs over there. I think that's a wreck. I don't know whether it's always been a thing, but I've recently started feeling like there's a minor visual distinction between the wreck burbs and the barrels burbs. If there's just a bunch of barrels floating, there's just a few birds, whereas if there's a wreck, there's usually seems to be like quite a few birds. Weirdly enough, I kind of feel like I probably paid more for my 144Hz monitor at the time than a 240Hz monitor might have cost now, but I have no idea what I would have paid for it off the top of my head. I'd have to dig that particular, like, email receipt out or something and find out how much it was. I haven't got that kind of disposable income to make that upgrade right now, but knowing that it's not prohibitively expensive, I'd be pretty tempted. Oh, the bank is 650 euros. Yeah, that's a good chunk of change. That's more than I would pay for a monitor. I wouldn't pay that much for a monitor. I mean, right now I kind of strictly, technically, have like a triple monitor setup. It probably also doesn't help with the whole graphics card thing. I got an old... When I recently moved into my new house, when I moved down south, I got, like, my brother's old hand-me-down flat-screen TV, which is a few years old. It's not particularly fantastic anymore, and it's 720p, but, like, hey, it's a TV, you know? The kind of things I'm going to be watching, I don't really need, like, I don't need it in glorious Ultra HD 144 Hertz. It's just like, I'm going to sit on the sofa and I'm going to watch probably cartoons or anime or something, honestly. It's nothing that I'm, like, really going to be like, I need to savor this exquisite, magnificently crafted visual masterpiece. It's TV. I didn't see anything in there. Was there nothing in the wreck? Ooh. But then I started playing around with the monitor sort of setup on Windows and like the way you can like drag the monitors around to do it. So I've now, it's actually technically set up below and to the left of my left-hand monitor, because it's like on the floor down there, so you have to drag. The only way to move the mouse between the screens is like through the bottom left-hand corner, which is a nice little bit of design insofar as it's very, very difficult to accidentally scroll my mouse onto my third monitor in that regard. Cannonballs! I'll take that. I suppose I'll take those. Oh, I don't have any bananas. I guess I should pick up bananas and get out. Why is that? There's nothing here. Delicious oxygenated bananas. Also, the TV I've got is it is a plasma TV as well. Which, if you don't realize the implications of that, means that it's not a good one to use as an actual desktop of any sort. I have to turn it off quite frequently, because like, if I don't, it will burn in like my desktop into the screen. Plasmas just love to burn in. It's fine for watching things, but you can't. It's not. Because right, we used a. Okay, I totally didn't get any kind of encounter. Oh, let's go back around. We used, I guess, the last button mash event that we did, one of our gaming events. We borrowed like a TV from the venue And I guess it was an old plasma TV, and we didn't give it much thought at the time, and we're like, we'll use this as a desktop gaming computer for the day. I'll just plug a PC into it and use this as the monitors. Fine, okay, that's great. That's what we'll do. Didn't give much thought to it, and it sat, basically it did get sat unused for a couple hours or so. Like, it wasn't in constant use. People weren't like, oh my god, PC gaming! They wanted retro stuff, right? And board games and stuff. People didn't always want PC gaming. And by the time it came to it, like, we turned it off at the end of the night, it was like, oh, we turned this TV off, and the button mash logo is still on the screen. Oh, this is not our TV. Oh dear. Whoops. Nah, the ocean's cool, man. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to go dive. I wouldn't go deep diving into, like, the sea, but I don't know. Boats. I'm fine with boats, as long as there's boats. Because that's just sunset. That's not like a "you're being attacked" kind of sky change. If I was gonna get got by anything anywhere, it'd be around about here. If not those players. Yeah, those are those players? I think those are players. It didn't look very skellified. Also, occurs to me that I haven't got any of my ship customizations. I don't know why the game never saves those. You need to, like, load them every time. I went and bought all of the Whaling Barnacle stuff, and it hasn't kept any of it. I've just got back on vanilla ship here. I had the fancy cannons, and the capstan, and the wheel, and everything, and my ship looked mildly cool. I will stress mildly. Maybe I should do a mission. Seems like maybe a mission would be a good way to actually trigger some content happening. Like, if the game thinks I'm actually trying to achieve something, it might try to kill me. We got a whole lot of nothing between us and Daggertooth Outpost. I guess if we head there, surely, don't call me Shirley, we can find a Kraken or something between here and Daggertooth. There's a glow on the horizon. I feel like that's a Skelly ship. The vibe I get from the Skellies is just that they glow a bit more. Oh dear, they're following me. Nope. Do not want. I will sail into this storm if it takes that to lose you. Alright. Let's do it. We're going through a storm. I'm hoping they won't follow me into a storm, basically. And if they do follow me into the storm, it will be so chaotic in there that they probably won't be able to fight me terribly effectively. Because they're going to be, like, hanging on for dear life to stay on course. I'm going to be hanging on for dear life to stay on course. If we wind up anywhere near each other, it'll be a miracle. No, God! No, I didn't mean to do that. Bye, ship! And they're not even heading towards me. Great. Iconhouse Mermaid? Hello? Mermaid, please. Hello? Let me say swim away from my ship. How stormy have we gotten? Getting kind of stormy. Okay. Let's not do the storm then. If they're not bothered about me, let's not do the storm. I don't really want to do the storm if I don't have to. Right, where is that Daggertooth up ahead? That's lightning. Yeah, that's Daggertooth. Don't... I want a huge shark to attack me, come on. This is why we're here, killing giant beasties of the deep. I mean, ideally I'd love a Kraken, but I will very much take one of the giant sharks. I will have a Megalodon if, you know... If that's what the game is offering me tonight, I'll take it. Go to the Snake Island. Do you have a snake cage? No, I don't have a snake cage. Like I say, they're... I'm going to this outpost to change my ship anyway, so I will pick up a merchant mission while I'm there. And I ain't going to spend all my money on hunting for a bloody snake mission, but I will try and... I'll see what they've got. In all fairness, they will only have 3 missions. They won't all even be collecting missions. And there's no guarantee that any of the collecting missions will even be a snake collecting mission. But we'll see what the shopping has to offer. And if there is a snake collecting mission, maybe. Have I watched the Meg? What do you mean, have I watched the Meg? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean, have I seen it? Yes, I've seen the Meg. I've seen a few standard Megs, and I saw one of the new special ones yesterday. See? Hunter of the Hungering One. You defeated the Hungering One. Got it. The Hungering Meg. Means I can have that as my title. Yes, but, I mean, you also have to bear... Did it? There was a wreck around here, right? Or if I sail past it... Oh no, it's still coming up. It's gone, so... you also have to bear in mind that if you venture out into the ocean, you might also get a Snapple. So, you know... There are Krakens, but there are also Snapples, so... The ocean has its benefits as well. Did I play Subnautica? No, I've never played Subnautica, actually. It was one of those ones that popped up around the time when everyone and their mothers was making a survival game. And I know I saw a bunch of channels that got big in on the survival stuff, covering it. But I don't know. I guess it was around the time that people were starting to get a bit weary of Minecraft, not least of which me. And some people went to other games, I just went to other genres. I was like, you know what? I don't need all this survival luck. I just need messing around on boats and quirky pixel art political commentary. Speaking of which, I was toying with a... There is a thing... Probably somewhat politicized, I'm sure. Actually, no, I know it is. I've read the Steam reviews of it. It was definitely pretty politicized. Oh my god, there is stuff in here. There's a game that's touting itself as being Papers. It's Papers, Please in a kind of a visual novel about running your own newspaper, which sounds pretty interesting. They sent me a key for that a day or so ago, and I was contemplating playing that this evening, and then, like, I just didn't get organised in time. I was like, you know what, I just want to play more, I honestly just want to play more Sea of Thieves anyway, so... So here we are. So at some point, yeah, possibly if I get my gear together, like Thursday, probably will do it. I can't remember, it was Nova News, I think, or something it was called. But yeah, the story is basically a visual novel, which, you know, I dig a visual novel. The gameplay is another Papers, Pleasey kind of thing, and It's loaded with lovely political commentary, which, you know how much I love that. Ooh, don't want that on there. And reading the Steam reviews, it mostly seemed to trigger the right-wing folks, the right-wing snowflakes, which is... That's a big tick in my book. When people are getting upset because the game has a unfair parody of Donald Trump in it. Yes, I need to play this game. Potato Atheist, hi. I didn't see you arrive. Hello. Right, let's go turn these few odds and ends in at the port and go collect us a Snapple, if I can. If the opportunity arises. And then wait until the stream ends before selling it to a merchant. I mean, the devs actually responded to that review, which was rather more charitable of them than I would probably have been. The upshot generally seems to be that actually you can play that game with either a right-wing or a left-wing slant, to be fair. I am absolutely certain that there will probably be some political biases on the part of the devs that will have been inserted in there. But I'll be honest, a lot of good sort of political commentary games that have come out in recent time generally seem to be made by people with more of a left-wing leaning. Your right-wing games are a bit more of a blunt instrument. There's no particularly interesting commentary in there. It's usually just lol shooting the black people or whatever. It's not usually more Muslims, but you know, you get the picture. Right, well, that was some disastrous parking. I hope you love it. I love it. I'm going to sell... all of these are worthless, pretty much. Sell some tea. I didn't used to be into politics to any great extent, but like as I've gotten older, I think it's one of those things that you come to realize that like politics defines and shapes everything, literally everything. Anybody who says, "Oh, you're inserting politics into blah blah blah," it's like, well, politics has a role in blah de blah because politics shapes our entire world around us, everything. There is nothing that isn't shaped by politics to some degree or another. And to say I'm not interested in politics... I mean, I get political apathy, I kind of do, but I think as human beings we owe it to ourselves to take an interest in how the world is run and shaped, because it impacts us and everything we care about and everyone we care about and everything beyond that. So I think it's a thing that everybody should at least take at least some interest in. Even if you're not like actually to the stage of like joining parties and campaigning and running for president, you should at least be aware of what's going on and engaged on that level. At least go and vote. Minimum you need to do is vote. Go and vote. And please try to make sure it's a semi-educated vote. No, at least have a look at what you're voting for. That was not a lot of reputation. That was some very poor reputation. Stop inserting politics into my parking. My parking is great. Make parking great again. This chest's a bit busted up. The metal strap over the top's not even attached. Yeah, 247. Alright, I guess. It'll do, I suppose. Right, what are we doing? Merchants. Yay! Level 27 gold hoarder.
Like chickens?
Wait, what? Was that about chickens? Oh, I can have a better missions. Yes, let's take the better missions. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. That was probably a poor choice. Because she had 3 contracts before. Now she's only got 1 contract and 2 cargo runs. Alright, let's see what Mr. Vincent wants.
Be careful with those snakes. Snakes are misunderstood, you know.
Yeah, those don't respawn. Damn! I could probably put some of these to good use in thwarting a skelly ship. How much they do to a Kraken, I don't know. Can you lower the sails on a Kraken? Rigging ball, nice. Are these rowboats I can use? No. No, they look pretty wrecked. Ooh, 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 ooh. I wonder if I can change my ship from here or if I'm too far away. I want to try. Oh, we can. Cool. Alright. Figurehead. I need my figurehead. Give me that. 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 Give me that ship. If you live in a country where the politicians are corrupt... Hey, I do live in a country where the politicians are corrupt, but all you can do is... Well, I also live in one of the most apathetic places in the world. We're British, so mostly what we do is tut and go back to drinking our tea and complaining about it. But there seems to be a growing movement towards civil disobedience as a form of protest, which I like. I'm on board with that. Hello, let's have a contract. What does Mr. Vincent want? Mr. Vincent would like a black snake. Do you, can a Snapple be black, or does a Snapple have to be gold? Wants a snake, a pig, and a chicken. Really? Alright, fine. I mean... The problem is a lot of countries are run by either corrupt or rigged systems, or it's just generally stacked against one side or another. You do what you can, you definitely vote where you can. If you're in the sort of country where you straight up get yourself shot for voting for the wrong side, and they know you voted for the wrong side, maybe don't go getting yourself killed over that sort of thing, but you do what you can, you oppose things where you can. That's about the shape of it. Make your mark in your own way. And if all else fails, if it really gets really bad, a good old French Revolution works. A few guillotines ought to sort them out. Black Snake is Blander. Okay. Could be Afro Snapple. No, yeah, Blander was blue. French Revolution, yes, carnage, probably a good word to describe it, but it did put those uppity aristocrats in their place. And let's be honest, they've been getting a bit uppity again lately, so... I don't know a lot of the details about the Russian Revolution, to be fair. Wait, there's a... What gesture am I doing with the pig crate if I right-click? I'm like sort of thrusting the crate forward. Oh, if I bring a pig, I have to feed the pig as well, don't I? I should probably try and pick the pig up last, but I have no way of knowing what I'm actually going to collect on any given island. Snakes' rights. We went over that. Snakes have the right to be pets. What about chickens? Do chickens get rights as well? Do we have to give chickens the vote? It's a slippery slope, man. First it's snakes, then it's chickens, and then finally we're going to... Pigs are... What? Snakes are going to be marrying pigs? Chickens are going to be marrying sharks? It'll be carnage, man. Chaos. Insanity. It's political correctness gone mad. No. That is why we can't allow women, snakes, the vote. I'm just suddenly feeling the very real need to point out that what I just said was totally a joke. It's like someone's going to take that out of context, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I think anybody who knows me knows I would have been joking, but I also deliver stuff in such a deadpan way that someone somewhere might get the wrong end of the stick on that. I can use the cage to catch a goal one, but I will fail the contract. There's an island. Let's go see what that one's got. Where's that island over there? Oh, it's Shipwreck Bay. Oh, Shipwreck Bay is cool, actually. I like Shipwreck Bay. It's a cool little island. It looks horrifying from a distance. It's just, yeah. A massive, just array of spiky, horrible rocks that you got to weave your way in between. It's cool. I like it. Will I keep the snake if I fail the contracts? Yeah. I mean, if the contracts, well... I mean, to be fair, straight up, I could just cancel the contract. I could just cancel a voyage, and it doesn't delete it. Once these items are in the world, they are in the world. They either, like... You either abandon them on an island, and I guess they despawn after a while, or you lose them in the ocean and they sink. But as long as you, like, keep them around, they don't go anywhere. And if you put an animal in them, they don't go anywhere either. Okay, yes, I'll put a gold snake in it and keep the gold snake. Jeez. Problem is, all my other voyages are Devil's Roar stuff, so... I don't much fancy heading over to the Roar. The Roar just seems to be like... It's less dangerous from volcanoes, but I just seem to keep getting ambushed by galleons now. I'm like, let me just do a cargo run. Ah, okay, now I'm dead. Is there anything on this island? This island looks weird. I don't know. What's weird about this island? There is a bug that causes things to like not render properly when you get close to them and then you can't interact with them, but that's not what happened here. It just felt vaguely off. Can't see nothing. Shipwreck Bay. Let's do Shipwreck Bay. Put him on a shelf. You have the right to remain on a shelf. Ooh, good question. I mean, as long as I keep the contract around, I can turn the bacon and KFC in for full retail value. What do they want? Pink and black pig, red speckled chicken. Yeah, they're sort of mid-level stuff. I guess the black's sort of a medium sort of snake as well. As long as I sell the snake off camera when I finish streaming, you'll never know. It'll be fine. Can you make KFC? No, the game doesn't have crafting in that regard. Let's keep it closer. I feel like I want to slow down to navigate these rocks, but there we go. That's my cue to start bringing the sails in. That's a lot of shipwrecks. Oh boy. Alright, let's onwards. Speed! Power! Bit of hasty navigation through some sharp rocks. What could possibly go wrong? Am I still within range? Are you kidding me? Turn! Ow. Stop! Okay. Literally got a rock between me and him. I don't think he can hit me. I think we're good. Let's go get patched up. Yeah, I would love to do some co-op. Tell Tolkien to install this bloody game. And also to find some time when he's not working for Amazon. Also probably useful. I know Fixer and Modi both played it at launch. Whether they did it through the Game Pass or whether they've actually got the game, I'm not sure. I think probably the Game Pass. Which would, I guess, mean they don't have it anymore. If we get it again, no. Not that I think they have any interest in it. I think they both got bored of it as well. Hey, piggos! Okay, I need one of those. Ooh, shinies as well. Hello. And a rowboat. That's not a good rowboat. There's a slightly busted up rowboat. I would quite like to convince some of the people who dropped out of the game very early on to come back to it and try it again. Just because, like, it does have a lot more content now. And that would be really good if we can get, like, if we could get Me, fix up Modi and Tulkas together on like a galleon or something. That'd be pretty rad. Bananas! Oh, I'll have the planks, fine. He had a bad day. Chickens! Okay, we've got chickens and we've got piggos. Ain't got no snapples though. Where is that little knobber with a cannon? Because I do want to... He shot a hole in my ship and I do want to murder him for it. Obviously. Here they are. Hi, guys. Oh, that's a big gun. Ow. Jeez. Bananas. Ooh. I'll take them. Spiky rock. Ooh. I basically just impaled myself, I think. Hey, buddy. What was noise? Oh! That was noise. Hello. I've got business to attend to. Can I get... Could I kill the enemy ship while he's fighting the Kraken? That would be wonderful. That'd be hilarious. We murder the guy and steal his Kraken. Oh, do I have to turn my channel into a banana ASMR channel now? Hi guys, me Morocco. Today we're going to be using bananas. This looks like fun. Let's get involved in this. Oh, squid ink. Of course, right. I actually can't get close to the guy. Because I'm stuck in bloody Kraken goop now. I can still turn around though, so that's something. I don't think I'm going to hit it at this range. Oh no, I got it. That's one. This is what I stocked up on cannonballs for. I didn't like that. Is it going away? Yes, because it left treasure. Right, so really what I need to do is like try and sink this guy now. Not getting it close, am I? Oh, hello, buddy. On me now. Oh. Is it over? We didn't get it, but ooh, hello. But they dropped me some shinies. I'm gonna grab a couple of them. What we got? Is that gems? Oh, silks. I'll take the captain's chest. Oh, we did kill it! It is dead. Nice. It's released my ship, though. It's not letting me pick up any of these treasures. Oh. It's not letting me pick up the treasures. I guess it counts as... That's weird! I got the commendation for killing it. And you'd think I'd be able to collect the treasure, right? But I don't know if it's like reserved it for him. No! Oh, the guys come. Claim your treasures. Fine. I forgot to drop my anchor. I guess I was just like accustomed to the ship going nowhere. Never mind. Well, it was fun. I got my kill I wanted, even if it's not quite what I expected to happen. Kraken kill. Do I get a title for that one? No, I gotta kill it 5 times to get the title. I don't know what there is underwater when you fight a Kraken. I do recall seeing something very early. I saw a screenshot from the game very, very early on. Are they still getting loot, or are they full? Are they chasing me down? Maybe they're coming to give me the loot that I earned by helping fight the thing with them. Or not. Because I was basically trying to steal the loot from them. Yeah, the Kraken, there was a screenshot very early on that I saw in the game that basically the Kraken is tentacles and nothing more. The game doesn't, at least very early on, didn't render anything more to the creature than tentacles. Oh, hi! Oh, okay, right. We doing this, are we? Alright. Okay, hard lock. Well, it's a fun day all of a sudden. Alright, okay. So be it. Right, we did Megs as well. Fine. Dibs on the Meg loot. You got a Kraken. Oh, load, 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 load! Yeah. Where is it? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Ow! Ow. I think I need to fix that up. Oh, Jesus. Are they firing at me? I only fired at them a couple of times, and I definitely didn't hit them. Where is it? Oh, come on. I can't aim down far enough. I shouldn't be steering quite so hard to the left, hard to the right. Oh, it's coming in. For a bite. It's coming for a bite, I think. Oh no, it's going around. It's turning around. God. Is it gone after them? You stole my kill! No, that sounds ominous. Where is it? Oh, it's here, it's here. Oh my god, are you actually kidding me? Sorry. Can't see it anymore. Where is it? Oh, it's right behind me. Okay. I'm gonna die if it bites me. Oh god. I haven't healed up. Also, I think I missed a hole last time. That's a lot of water in my ship. Oh, there's holes down there. Okay. Yeah, I'm patched these up. Oh, I say I missed it. I wonder if I got shot by the skellies or by that guy and just didn't even notice in all the commotion. Right, are we functional again? Here we are. Okay. Oh, Lord, there's a friggin' skelly ship right here. Oh, that's fun. Load the cannon, goddammit! And I'm out of these. That's going for another bite. Yep, that came for another bite. Why did it bite me? On the back. This is why I want to stock up on wood right at the start. When I was like, I went back to the island like 3-4 times for more wood. This is why. Cannonball I'm going to be running short of soon. Load a cannonball, please. And here. Hi, Meg. This is insane. I'm going as hard lock right as I can. Come on. Where's Meg at? Oh, it's behind me. Nope, I have no. Nope, I don't. I want no part of that. Oh dear. Oh dear. I didn't. Oh dear. Oh dear. I need a mermaid. There we are, thank you. I need to be back on my ship before it sinks. Okay, it's still floating. Just. Not the time, Skellies. Not the time. They're gonna ram me, aren't they? I tried to get away from that last meg bite as well. I guess I didn't take the damage, I just took the, like, the impact. I guess the safest place during a meg bite is on below a roof somewhere. They are trying to ram me. Oh shoot, I unloaded again. I'm out again. Give me more cannonballs. I am running out of cannonballs. The other guy's just done one. Rightly so. The Meg bit the Skelly Pirates! Amazing! I didn't know it could do that! Brilliant! It's on my side! Let's fight together, Meg! Whoop. That's gonna want a plank. No! But plank it! No, it's two more incoming. If I keep moving, it should be alright. Turning at least. Moving in circles seems to throw them off. Who shot? Who shot at me? Am I out again? Oh man, and Mag. Hi. Probably took a few holes there. I should probably have a look at that. Coming back around again. I feel like I can get away with cannonballs. Helm ball. Fine. Yes. Just regular old cannonballs, please. Is that sinking? Or is it just diving? Not sure what to make of this. I'm hoping they just gave up. I'm pretty sure I didn't just solo kill Galleon. Ah, I am so screwed. How much water am I taking on? Am I still taking on water? I think I am somewhere. Yep, that'll do it. I'm still being circled by a Meg. Try shooting it. I still got some planks, I still got some fight in me. I got a lot of fight in me. Oh, Wildstar, I miss you. Come on. I will sniper rifle this Meg to death if I have to. Okay. I'm gonna have to make these shots count. Well, I could use like a venom ball. I wonder if you can use a grog ball on a meg. Oh, that didn't count. What have I got in the way of... We got a weary ball. Grog ball. I really want to try a grog ball on a meg. Next time it comes around, it's getting grogged. We got a good shot on you, Meg. Let me see you. Let me see. I see your fin. I want a good shot. There we go. That's loot! I just saw a pile of loot. Shoot, I unloaded again. Oh, dang it. I'm guessing the loot was the skellies. Oh, shoot! I just shot it to death with a sniper rifle. Brilliant. I am the best. I soloed a galleon and killed the Crested Queen at the same time. I have no idea what any of these things are now. It's, right. Sails up so I can slow down a bit. Where's all my loot at? Oh, okay, behind me. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Where's the Crested... Where did the Crested Queen go down? Normally, the body, like, floats on the surface for, you know, a couple minutes or so. Kind of denoting you won the fight here. I don't actually see where it went down. The thing is, it was like behind a wave, charging towards me when I shot it for the final time. So I didn't actually see the, you know, the killing blow. I guess there'll be some glints will come to the surface wherever it wound up. Well, those look good. I don't know what the anchor's grabbing onto in the middle of the deep ocean, but we'll have a look. That is a villainous skull. Best kind of skull. Actually, it's not. There are much better skulls, but it's a very good skull. That's something that needs to go below deck so that I can hide how glowy my ship is to some degree. Because otherwise that will be a super obvious giveaway to anyone who wants to fight that this guy's carrying some good stuff. His ship is glowing with loot. The downside, of course, is that if I do sink, it will go down with the ship. Oh yeah, I have a snake thing. We were doing a thing with snakes, wasn't it? That was a while ago. Yeah, it's the... I don't know why your character always just immediately sounds like they're drowning the moment you go underwater in the ocean. Like, if I go down to a wreck or in the shallows, it's not too bad, but in the deep ocean, you're suddenly like, the moment you go underwater. Oh, it's an Ashen Captain's chest. No way. Oh, that is the best one. Well, actually, a Stronghold would be better, but it is what it is. Right, I need to find Meg loot. Where the devil did the Meg go down? Don't tell me I killed it but don't get any loot. Because I've lost it. I'm sure loot would have spawned, but I might not get it just because I've lost it. Oh, I fell. He says, stating the obvious. I I feel like well, I can't have sailed that far from it. I know I was moving a fair old lick when I won, and I didn't get turned around very quickly, but it can't be that far away. To the same token, I was sailing in circles when I killed it. So maybe in theory if I went in circles again, I would get there? Alright, let's retrace our steps. Sort of. Shout if you see shinies. Shinies! Hello. Stop! I'm gonna overshoot them by a long way if I don't, like, rein this in. Ooh. Where did they wind up? I don't know why they've disappeared again. There they are, behind me. Well, I feel like this has been a productive voyage. I have technically killed a Kraken. And definitely killed the crested one. And gone too far and I get there. And definitely killed a galleon. The only real confirmation I have of killing the galleon was actually that loot randomly just seemed to appear in the ocean all of a sudden, but I could probably check out my commendations and find it actually. How many shinies are there here? I'm sure I saw like 3 the first time they popped up. There does only appear to be exotic silk now. Wait! Unless the exotic silk was from the Kraken, because there was some exotic silk from the Kraken. I don't... yeah... I am inclined to wonder if that is actually Kraken loot. It totally did drop some silk. So... so that means there's still Meg loot out here somewhere. Right? If that was Kraken loot, and I got Galleon loot, because I saw the Galleon loot before I killed the Meg. Right? Somewhere, floating vaguely in this bit of ocean, is probably... nay, almost certainly, just a box. A wooden box filled to the brim with diamonds. And I don't know where it is. Those were barrels. Those got my hopes up for just a moment. How'd you lose a box of diamonds? Alright, Snapple, fine. Have we been to this island? I don't even know which island this is. What is this island? What are we heading towards? I don't know where in the ocean we are. Let me check my course. Ah, yes. We've been doing this for the last half hour. Well, these are new islands. We are nowhere near where I started, so this is all new stuff. Oh, treasure, I will miss you. I also don't have anything that I would be, like, super heartbroken to lose right now, so that's okay. The Ashen Captain's chest is pretty nice. But I shan't lose too much sleep if I don't get it. Technically, I'm still looking for a pig and a chicken as well. And I had an island that had pigs and chickens, and I didn't claim either of them because, well, frankly, because the Kraken popped up, and I wanted to get in on that particular jam. Got skellies. Got snakes. Ooh. Can I hit a skelly with a... Nope. Fine. Sails up. Just need to do a thing for accommodation, really. Done me round. Oh, anchor. I mean, the wooden box is floaty, and it's filled with air. It's airtight, don't worry about it. The box is airtight. Also, I have no idea, how heavy are diamonds? I presume heavier than water, but, you know. Wooden box is pretty buoyant. It's probably airtight. They're coming to claim... what are they doing? Are they heading towards me? Are they heading towards me? They see me win all of that, and... Okay. We're gonna have to do this quick. Am I getting a gold one? I'm going blah 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 again. Yeah, they are so heading towards me. If I lose all my loot because I had to go get a friggin' Snapple, I won't even have a ship to take it back home on. I shouldn't be doing this. That's a red snake. Where's the gold snake? If there isn't even a gold snake, I'm going to be very annoyed. Get it, get the gold snake. There we go. Okay, it bit me underwater. What happened to you being peaceful underwater? Yep, they're firing. Oh, okay, yep, they're firing. They... This is all your fault. Every last one of you. I managed to have Snapple for all of 10 seconds before I got murdered because I went to get Snapple. Oh. Oops. No, no, apparently Snapple is perfectly A-okay. Same cannot be said for me. Get off the... Oh, right. Oh, I see. I have my ankle. Let us go. Oh, that's fine. I wasn't planning on using my helm. What the... Oh, they were... Are they really just... Are they just... Oh, I'm actually sunk. I actually sunk. I think they were a really good shot. They actually were, like, sniping me whilst I was trying to repair the ship. Oof. Yeah. That ship's gone. I should have put all my treasures below the decks, so that they got sunk with it. That guy's got all my stuff now. Everything that I got from fighting the Meg, from the Kraken, from the pirate ship, it's sunk. Snakes do know how to swim. Whether they can... Well, I would also have thought they could get out of the cage pretty easily. Doesn't seem like a cage would hold a snake particularly well. You know, bars and everything, and being sort of a very narrow creature. Yep, that's tavern music. Ugh, yeesh. We got some planks. You know, I would also have survived... I would have survived the cannonball hit if I hadn't been bitten by a snake. And actually, actually, was it even a cannonball hit? Or did I just, like, die of the venom? Was that what was stopping me repairing it? I think it was the venom that was stopping... It could have been very much been the venom that was stopping me repairing it. Brilliant. Thank you, chat. I will never listen to anything you tell me ever again. And I will never collect snakes again. I'm laden down with bounteous cargo, and you had me throw all of it away over a bloody snake. Well, there's a shipwreck over there. Let me see how far I am from where I died and whether I can get back there and pick a fight again. Because I got nothing to lose this time. Where were we? I was near Shipwreck Bay when we started fighting stuff, and I wound up at... It was Castaway Isle, was where I sank. So, let's bring us to the... Yeah, in fact, yeah, we're actually going the right way. It's the west. Very much northwest. What is the snake needed for? Go on. Tell me what role the snake serves on the ship. I single-handedly, mostly single-handedly, fought off 3 of the mightiest horrors the ocean had to throw at me, and I lost to some numbnuts in a sloop because of a snake. I could have fought that guy, or run away conveniently until I found a port. Both good. Now, I know I was saying how much I absolutely didn't care about my cargo, even if it was kind of valuable. But I would definitely have rather had the cargo than not. And I'm not happy with you all. I hope you're aware of this. I do like sailing dangerously between rocks for no good reason. I suppose I could better organise my cannonballs while we're here. No one is sad over the loss of the snake. Except you, maybe. I stood to inherit a vast fortune. You shall find I'm less than mourning. There's a ship. There's a ship I fancy picking a fight with. There's a ship that definitely can't afford to lose its cargo. There are no other ships in that area of the ocean. That's got to be who I'm looking for. They'll be making speed to port pretty dang fast. Dead ahead of me. Are there any ports? They must be somewhere around... Yeah, nearest outpost is... Jeez, there are no good near outposts here. It's miles from any outpost. Daggertooth is probably the best bet. Or Plunder? Plunder might be easier. I don't know. Much of a muchness. Either way, that gives me plenty of chance to chase him down. Hold on to your panties, you're about to see some PvP. I could go back to the island and hope that he left all of my loot intact, but really, what are the odds? I'm just delaying the fight. I mean, if the loot's still there, I can sink him and then go get the loot. This is all predicated on the idea that I can actually sink the guy. What cannons have I got? Peace? That would be great. Stop him firing back. Brilliant. Barrel, take away their supplies. That'd be fun. Ballast ball. I don't know how useful that is on a sloop. I don't think it does much to a sloop. Helm ball, rigging ball. All good. All good things. Yeah, cool. Not that he can necessarily know which direction I'm coming from, unless he has now seen me. And if I've seen him, he can probably see me. I suppose we're in the same ships and moving theoretically at the same speed because the wind's blowing in the same direction. He could make, yeah, he could make a break for Golden Sands Outpost, and he would get there before me. Simply because I can't catch up with him. There's no way I can intercept him on this course. If he's headed to Golden Sands, probably is headed to Golden Sands. I might go and try and sink him out of spite. I wonder if he would have left the snake, taken everything else and left the snake. There might be a pig in a chicken cage as well, who knows? Alright, what are the odds that he left anything for me to find at all? I don't see no glints, I don't see no nothing. There's a pretty empty island. What an ass. Do you think that was intentionally his plan all along? Just sit, like, let me do the fighting, sail away, and come and try and take the loot afterwards? Probably didn't help that I spent like half an hour sailing in circles, trying to find loot afterwards. That probably let him get the jump on me a little bit. On the other hand, somewhere out here is still a case of diamonds. Let's find that again. Let's keep looking. It's got to be out here somewhere. Yeah, he knows where I'm headed and is... Yeah, he's headed... Which way is that? Northwest. Yep, definitely on his way to Golden Sands. I hope he gets jumped by a galleon that he can't take by himself. I dearly want to believe that the game has got a pretty good handle on how much loot you're carrying and its value, and will appropriately attack you if it deems you to be carrying too much stuff. In which case, he deserves what he gets. Go on, eat him, Kraken. Yeah, he kind of fought off a Kraken to begin with, actually. So, mostly. I helped. Or really, a galleon would be the one that would sink him, if anything. That would make a mess of him. Because if a galleon popped up and he carried on in a straight course trying to make it to the outpost, he'd get sunk. You can't just sail in a straight line and try and get away from the galleon. I've done it several times, it doesn't work. You've got to try and shake them or something. Is that a wreck or is that part of the island? Because it's part of the island. I think. Oh, no. Although, to be honest, it kind of feels like... Have I got that issue where it doesn't render properly again? No, say it ain't so. Because this island feels very small. Hang on. Let me lower an anchor. There's one very good way to find out. No, maybe it is okay. Is it okay? Oh yeah, we're fine. Okay. My brain being weird with perspective and things. I was like, can't tell if it's small or far away. I guess it is just quite a small island. I got the impression it was a much bigger island that was further away or nearer, and it just wasn't rendering or something. I don't know. Oh well, this is a cute little island. How's about this? This would be a good place for a mermaid statue, which we've not seen any of this evening. I'm not that far from my ship. Come on, game. Pretty though this island be, it seems to be mostly uneventful. I guess this is a quick way of getting back to my ship, actually. Should probably take it. Thanks. That was easy. We still have the pink lamp. Woo! Pink lamp. Damn it, I took the lantern instead of set the lantern. Well, we don't have a pink lamp anymore. Boo! Right, where the hell am I going now? I don't really know anymore. Is that a shipwreck? I don't know. The only missions I have are Devil's Roar ones. So they're not much use to me right now. What else I could possibly do in this regard? I don't think we've got... Well, most of that's reliant on random chance more than anything. Either need mermaid statues to randomly spawn for me, or Krakens to randomly attack me, or Megs to randomly attack me. Basically, shores are plenty. Basically, if I head north from here, this is the biggest, widest, openest bit, so let's head north. Into the big old ocean. See if we can't get one last Meg to like have a fun time with. Yes, this is the nautical expansion to Spiral Knights. Okay, where are we at? kind of like this big old space here. Should probably have some of these. Well, there's an island here that I'm sure was... I was heading directly for nothing whatsoever, right? Why is there an island in my way? It doesn't look like Kraken Watchtower, but Kraken Watchtower is supposed to be the next thing on my course. That ain't no Kraken Watchtower. Like, that's... that outpost behind it is Kraken Watchtower. I don't know what this is. I could even go for a skelly ship to liven things up right about now. I fought one, I can take another. I'm feeling pretty confident about it now. The trick is to spin in circles, apparently, because they can't hit you if you keep moving erratically. They're pretty good at leading their target, but only if you're going in a straight line. So as long as you're going in circles, they're pretty bad at hitting you and trying to like match their course to yours. And it just seems to throw them off, honestly. They just have no idea how to deal with you if you just, like, hard lock left or right or something and just, like, pull donuts. Is the new ship in the game already? Which new ship are you talking about? The new, if you're the new Skelly pirate ship, the Skelly sloops, yes, those are in the game. If you're talking about a new one for players, that I don't know about. Can't say I'm well up to speed with sort of where the development is and what is planned and coming and not coming and. I've seen the trailer for the PvP stuff, but that's about it. But I mean, if you just want, is there new content? Then yes, this is Shrouded Spoils. This is the new expansion that came out. Was it a week ago? It was last Wednesday, wasn't it? I think it launched. It adds fog. It adds more Krakens that can attack anybody in any size ship. It adds like 6 different Megalodons, which mostly only seem to differ in colour, I think. I don't know if their attacking patterns and methods differ, but yeah, 6 Megs to kill, many Krakens to kill, lots of Skelly pirates. They just roam around the ocean now. They can pop up alongside you as well. There's thick fog. The mermaid statues are back, and like a permanent feature now. There are more forts. What else is new? Oh, yeah, cosmetics. I'm looking at one of the new features. Fancy ship's wheels and capstans and cannons. In what, player ships? You got your sloops, brigs, and galleons, and the skellies have exactly the same, so, yeah. Sloop, 1 to 2 players, brig, 2 to 3, galleon, 3 to 4. Depending on how ambitious you're feeling as a crew. I mean, to be fair, you know, a galleon can be sailed by 1 player, but you shouldn't. I'm talking recommended numbers when I say these things. Well, we sailed across an ocean and nothing ate us. I am disappointed. How'd you get new ships? They're all unlocked. That's not like... The same as it's always been, the only unlocks in the game are purely cosmetic. Everybody from day one is on a level playing field in terms of equipment and access to things. You just when you start the game up, it says which kind of ship would you like to sail today, and you pick it. I'm quite liking the. I think they're adding a good amount of content at a good pace to keep the game lively and interesting. And I think if anybody, I've said this a few times now, but I think if anybody played it at launch and were to come back now, they'd find it a lot more interesting than it was at launch. And it seems to be they're just adding a good chunk of stuff to keep things fresh and interesting every about 2 months or so, which is a good rate to be doing it. That's a pretty good schedule. Although in terms of, just a weird tangent I suppose, but in terms of video game development and update schedules, I'm sort of wondering where the next Slime Rancher update is. I guess they've been working on a bunch of other stuff as well, but it feels like it's been a while since the last Slime Rancher update. They did like a little update recently that was mostly like optimization and things, and I was like, okay, cool, but I want more stuff to do. And I know they've been working on a VR version as well, so that's probably taken a lot of time in development. Yeah, your character is saved. I mean, you design a character, and then that is your character, and you customize its like clothing and stuff. But yeah, your character is kept. The ships are broadly pretty disposable, and always have been. If a ship gets sunk, you pop back into the world somewhere else with a new one. If you start a new game, you start with a fresh ship. If you sink, you start with a fresh ship. You never run out of ships. You will always be able to get back to a ship pretty easily, and the game will just be like, yeah, have another ship. You lost your last one? Alright, have more. But yeah, I mean, you save your like reputation and voyages and money and titles and things. I have a character. I am Captain Morocco, Legend of the Damned. I have this much money. I have all this reputation. Yeah, my character is definitely saved. My ship, like as I lamented earlier, it doesn't seem to save your ship's cosmetics. You have to re-equip them every time, but such is life. Am I just sailing out of the map now, or am I just heading into a big old expanse? Oh yeah, we're sailing out the map. That's probably not the direction I want to go. It's getting foggy though, in case you wanted to see the new features. This is fog, it makes things difficult to see. The technology! When you customize your ship, it will look the same when you die. It won't look the same when you restart. You will have to re-equip your customizations. That's the point that annoys me. Once you've equipped it, as long as you keep playing, like your ship will have the same gear on it. But when you restart the game, for some reason it unequips your sails and figureheads and wheels and whatever the heck else you've put on it. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know why it doesn't keep it. I think it had potentially something to do with the multiplayer elements. I have no idea if I'm about to hit land. Am I about to hit land? There's land somewhere near me. It just told me there's land. I don't know where it is. Could be anywhere. There's something there. Oh, it's got trees on it. That must be it. Okay. I think I'm safe. Yeah, I think it's like if I jump into a session with somebody else's ship, like we can both go to the quartermaster or harbor master, that's the one, and request ship customization and say I want this flag and this sail and this cannon, regardless of whose actually like session it is. So, I mean, if we both had ship customizations and we join a new game in a crew together, whose ship does it give us? I've got my ship done in barnacle gear. Someone else might have got it done in... I don't know. What other designs are there? I don't know. Ocean crawler gear. So when we both spawn in the world together, whose does it pick? So it doesn't know, so it gives us both the default one and you just choose it again. I presume that I can only presume that's the reasoning anyway. This fog's really rolled in, huh? I wonder how much of the map it actually covers, because I assumed that I was sort of sailing into the fog, so if I turned around and sailed back south, I would sail out of the fog. And I guess it's thinning out a bit now. But it seems like it came into the world and covered quite a good chunk of map. There's a wreck over there. Pretty tempted to go have a look at it. Yeah, let's do that. For the sake of finding something worth selling, let's go have a look. Well, I mean, everyone's got different ideas of what they get out of stuff. I mean, what do you want from it? I want exploration and adventure, and I'm getting quite enough of that. You've got your structured missions to go do, the standard stuff, and then there's enough sort of random events in the world now that it keeps things lively and interesting. I've seen some people complain that it's really boring just sailing from A to B to do the things, to which the community's response seemed to be, well, stop sailing from A to B to do the things and stop and check out the interesting stuff that's on the way. I mean, okay, let's talk what happened when I was playing on Sunday. The last bloody mission I did, fun anecdote. I had a, I think it was it a cargo run I was doing? No, I picked up some TNT, and quite a bit of TNT, and I was heading to what was supposedly the last known location of a mermaid statue, because I wanted to blow up a mermaid statue and get the cool loot that comes from it. So that was my particular plan, except it was like a good, probably 20 minutes sail across the map, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a bit of a trek, but okay, let's do this. So you can stop and pillage wrecks on the way as well, and get skulls and things. That was in the game at launch, but you know. Yeah, stopping and smelling the roses a bit. On the way, I had like one little side mission that I'd got out of a message in a bottle, so I was like, oh, well, it's kind of en route. Yeah, let's stop off at this little island and do that. Let's get this message in a bottle thing done. Let's fight the skellies. Spent quite a while there because, honestly, quite a lot of skellies to kill. Got caught in the middle of a volcanic eruption while that was going on, so that made that like even more interesting. When we finally got the skeleton killed, not died to the volcanic eruption, set sail, got jumped by a skeleton galleon shortly after that. Around the same time, I got jumped also by a megalodon. Between the two of them, they thoroughly murdered me. My rowboat and explosives and the skull that I'd got from the skelly killing mission all floated to the surface of the wreck. So I sailed back to where I knew I'd sunk, because I sank near a fairly memorable island. In fact, no, wait, no. Back up, that's not what happened. Yeah, I jumped out, the ship sank, I jumped out, the rowboat floated, we took the rowboat and all the explosives and the treasure back to the nearest port. I still didn't have a ship at that point because I hadn't respawned the ship, but I'd got my rowboat. So we brought everything to the nearest port via rowboat and navigating by compass alone because I had no map. Dropped all the explosives off there, then respawned on a ship, then sailed back to the port because I knew where the port was at that point to pick up the explosives. Took the explosives, carried on the way to the next area, back towards the statue, the mermaid statue. Got jumped by a Kraken on the way there. Didn't kill it, but managed to scare it off and got some loot out of it as well. It dropped a few shiny things, but we didn't like get actually credit for killing it. Just destroyed a few of its tentacles, and that was about it. And then finally made it to the mermaid statue. Well, unfortunately, it had been so long that the mermaid statue had actually despawned by then, so I just blew up my ship with all my explosives. And that was where we ended the night. Where have you been, my friend? I play a crazy ton of Worlds Adrift. This is... yeah, I know. So yeah, like, I haven't been reading chat, but basically this is the problem when you're saying, oh, sailing and doing missions isn't enough. I've just told you that's all the stuff that isn't sailing and doing missions. That was like, I was going to say it was supposed to be like a 20-minute journey. It was probably more like half an hour to 45 minutes of getting jumped and destroyed and ruined by things. That wasn't missions, that was just side distractions to keep things lively and exciting, and by God did it work. If your idea of the game's content is doing treasure hunting, well, you have missed most of the game's content. I'm gonna crash. This isn't gonna work. Hey, we can climb out. Nice parking. Also, yeah, I mean, like, if your issue is content, Worlds Adrift doesn't have any structured content whatsoever. It's entirely player driven. So I don't see how you can say Worlds Adrift has more content than this game. Worlds Adrift has categorically less things to do in the world than Sea of Thieves does. Because you have to make your own things to do. And you can, you know, you're sort of limited to talk to or harass other players, which are entirely things that you can do here as well. Like the big skelly battles and the port battles as well. If you sail towards... There was a cloud for it earlier. I think it may have dissipated by now. But if you see a big green glowing ship-shaped cloud in the sky, that's basically there is a fleet of skeleton ships over here. Go and fight them. You will probably need to bring someone with you or a really big, competent ship to do it. Hello? Somebody sank here and dropped some good stuff. I hope it was my man who, like, got my stuff earlier. Oh, I'd be willing to bet that he would have had one of these chests on there. I think this came from the Kraken. Oh, you're in Cardinal Guild. Okay, I know you as the guys who made the map, right? Yeah. I'm aware of the name, certainly, yeah. Yeah, I still feel it's unfair for you to say a game has content and then list a bunch of what is essentially player-driven emergent content that the developers didn't specifically create, and then to point to all this shopping list of things that I've said, hey, look, there's things to do everywhere in this ocean world. There's loads, and they keep adding more, and you turn around and say, oh yeah, there's only missions to do. That's it. That's not true. I mean, heck, I'm pillaging the wreck of some other player's misadventure right now. This is not a mission, this is something I was like, oh, hey, some other player went down here. Let me just, like, salvage all their stuff. I could totally do that in Worlds Adrift as well. Hey, look, someone left a ship here. Let me pull their engines off it. Same principle. This is not. I'm not trying to make an argument that Sea of Thieves is better than Worlds Adrift in any way, specifically though, because frankly, I love both. I think they are both great games in their own way. They cater to similar tastes, definitely, but they're different. They are their own unique beasts, and can't really be compared side by side. I think if you're a fan of one, there's a good chance you would probably enjoy the other as well, but. There is room in my heart for both games. Oh, Jesus. That is a galleon. What is that? Oh, Jesus, that is another... That's so many galleons! There's a galleon, I guess, behind a very low-res island. That's one heading towards me. Oh, no. I feel like I saw one go behind this rock as well, but that might have been this one? If that one's making a beeline for me, I think that's a player. That might be a skelly one. It looks elaborate. It seems to have stuff on it. Frig. Can I get this? Oh no. Where am I going? Sanctuary. Sanctuary! Yep, okay, I'm going to Sanctuary. Due west. Can I outrun a galleon? The answer is categorically no. Can I beat them to Sanctuary? I hope so. I really want to sell the big chest. I don't give a damn about the skulls, but I really want to sell the big chest. My precious. Oh, they are so headed for me. Oh, 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 oh dear. Oh my god, and there's another ship in my way. Oh, the seas are busy tonight. That's a brig. Where is it? Come on. Waves! Get out of my way. That is a skelly brig. Okay, that's fine. As long as they don't see me. Don't think they've seen me. On the other hand, what are these guys doing? Oh my god, I think there's a brig fighting one of the skelly galleons. Both those galleons are skellies, in fact, so that's okay. This is my destination over here, this tropical island, I think. Yes, yes it is. I'm not going to die today. Someday, probably, but not today. I couldn't tell whether that galleon was a player making a beeline for me or not from a distance. On further inspection it looked pretty elaborate, so I guess it's skellies, but if that had been a galleon maybe even the galleon who dropped the treasure that I currently own. I couldn't have outrun them. Big ships are just faster, somehow. Less nimble, but definitely faster. Would just be a matter of, like, are they faster enough to catch me up before I get to port? I would hope the answer's no, but I don't know. Alright, no worries. I certainly don't expect anybody to come here and donate, but thank you for your time and company and conversation. And check out our Worlds Adrift stuff. Like, me and a guy called Tolkus do like a ton of Worlds Adrift on our channel, so on my channel at any rate. So yeah, I mean, hang around. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, don't expect anybody to pay me for doing this or anything. If you can, that's lovely, but I really don't expect it. But yeah, if you enjoyed and enjoy Worlds Adrift, yeah, please feel free to subscribe and hang around and watch Worlds Adrift live stream, because we will definitely live stream Worlds Adrift. I'm just like the new expansion for this. Like I'm on a Sea of Thieves kick right now. People were asking for it. There's new stuff. I enjoy it. Is that it? 862? Jeez. The one the guy nicked from me earlier is worth more than that. I thought that was worth a lot more, actually. The flip side of it, actually, is... I don't know where I lost that train of thought. I was going to say something that has gone. I have derailed. Never mind. There's definitely a flip side there, but it is gone. Oh, yeah, commendations. That's where I was going with it. Yeah, flip side is that it does count towards a commendation, whereas the Ashen Captains doesn't count towards a whole lot. It's just good money. This is one of the most worthless items in the game. Let's sell that. This is so not valuable. Where was... There was. Boop. 123. Wow. Be still my beating heart. Well, this looks exotic. What do they have to sell in these exotic lands?
How are we today?
Makeup. I was running the Halloween makeup for a while, and part of me was like, I wish there was like a sort of I guess just sort of an eyeshadowy Jack Sparrow kind of thing going on. That it was like everything's so elaborate. So it's like, could we just have some simple like eyeshadow? And then I took my makeup off the default, like just to go back to default, and it's like, oh shoot, my character already is totally doing a Jack Sparrowy eyeshadowy thing. But like, because I'd covered it up with like garbage. Where is it? What was I wearing? Because I had this on, I couldn't even tell. I was like, oh, I've covered my face in red gunk. But nope, I think no makeup is the way forward. What did I have there? I had a few things. Oh yeah, that's... How is that not expired yet? I got 2 more days on that. They give you loads of time. Crook's Hollow. I actually have been past that at some point. Old Faithful Isle. Don't know where that is, actually. Not sure off the top of my head where that would be. What have you got?
My, how fine you look today.
It's always interesting to browse some of the stuff that I actually don't look at that often, because I've spent so much time in the raw that, like, the standard stuff kind of overlooked. The Grand Admiral's Blunderbuss. I actually don't have an interesting blunderbuss yet. We got to pick up something. I can't say I like any of these specifically, though.
Go get some legends.
Good day there.
That's the Admiral's clothing then. I do quite like the ceremonial Admiral dress one, actually. That's pretty cool. I have looked at that before, but it's like, that's a bit of work to do yet on that. Level 33 in Motion Design. It's actually not that far away. I know when I started out and first saw it, I was like, oh my god, that seems like so much work. I guess I played a lot of the game since then, but I'm still not there. Ceremonial Admiral jacket. Can we preview it? No, because it's not a dress. There's a weird sort of conflict with dresses and jackets that they're like, you can only have one or the other, so you can't preview the other while wearing one. I don't know. Oh, I want that. That's free. It's not free. I paid 500 for it essentially when I leveled up. With big bushy beard. Alrighty, well that's enough of that. It is very much late enough that I'm going to wrap that up there anyway. We have had quite a few adventures. Oh, hi Kirikazu. Is there a way to download this game in Europe? I would almost certainly have thought so. The Windows Store. Do you not have access to the Windows Store? Is it the Windows or Microsoft Store, whichever one it is? Hang on, let me just confirm that one. It is the Microsoft Store, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, you can get it in Europe. It's on the Microsoft Store. It's a bit of a painful experience. It's not a good store, but end of the day, it's there. It should be available in all regions, I would have thought. I don't see any reason why they would have region locked it and limited it. The main noteworthy restriction that you will find is that I believe it is a Windows 10 exclusive. This was almost certainly very much one of the main selling points for Windows 10. Very early on, they were like, "Oh yes, we've got Sea of Thieves coming out on PC. Yes, you'll need Windows 10 to play it. Go download Windows 10, folks, if you want to play Sea of Thieves." To which my response is, "Ah, fine." I actually didn't download Windows 10 just for Sea of Thieves, but when I upgraded my computer, it was easier to install Windows 10 than it was anything else. And simultaneously, it allowed me to play Sea of Thieves, so I was like, alright, I guess this works out. I don't think I would have solely downloaded Windows 10 for this. But yeah, if you're running Windows 7 or 8 or whatever, 7 is a very good operating system. I do like 7, I gotta be honest. But if you're running it, you can't play Sea of Thieves, which sucks. Anyhoozle, that will do me for tonight. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. We killed many things and were killed by many things. It's been a good evening. I made very little money this evening. Very little. Tragically little. That's really annoying, but, like, became much more accomplished in the process, and I guess that's the journey that counts. Something like that. I don't know. Take whatever moral you will. I'm gonna go to sleep. So, thank you once again for watching. I've been Moroka. This has been Sea of Thieves, Shrouded Spoils, and many dead Krakens. I bid you good night.